like this white balsamic vinaigrette because it doesn't have that strong pungent flavor once I start incorporating my oil. So this is a cup of olive oil, and that was half a cup of vinegar, half a cup of vinegar. Look at that. That is wonderful. Now, get a fresh spoon, or get a fresh spoon, and let's see what my balance tastes like. Wow. Wow. That's good. That's good. Now, with that completed, almost completed, it needs to have some herbs. Just also needs a little pinch of some salt. Hit it with some fresh ground pepper. I have pepper, a medley of pepper, not just black pepper. So I'll just incorporate that in there. This is a basic salad vinaigrette dressing that you can make ahead of time and leave it in your refrigerator and utilize it. You know what's in it. No surprises, no preservatives that's in here because it's solely made from scratch. When we go to the stores, we have things that sit on the shelves for a long period of time, not knocking the stores. But everyone wants to get back to the basics of cooking. And people want to get back into their kitchens. So we're going to take a pinch, a couple of fresh leaves of basil. Wow, smell that basil. Wow, that smells wonderful. I love the smell of basil. A couple of sprigs of thyme. You can get these thymes and this basil at your local stores. I was able to get this in the neighborhood store, grocery store, or I might start growing it in my garden. I started a garden. I'm real excited about it. Have things growing. So that's what I like about herbs. They're year round. You can have them fresh year round. You notice I still have my glove on. I'm going to keep it on while I'm chopping. So what I'm going to do now is prepare to chop my herbs. So I have all three. So I have my basil, my thyme, and my oregano. Make sure that I clean off my knife. I always keep towels handy. I'm going to chiffonade. All I'm doing is taking my leaves, lining them up. They're all not going to be a perfect size, and I'm not looking for a perfect size. I just want to make sure that I can get them all in there. Especially my basil, or basil, as some people call it. I love that basil. I'm rolling it. And I'm going to chiffonade. And chiffonade just simply is a term where it's just thin slices. Getting my hand out of the way. I just don't want to cut this plastic. Roll it back together because it will unroll on you. Just put it back. I just have a little bit left over, but that's okay. Glove is a little bit in the way, but that's okay as well. So I have this nice, thinly cut basil. Then I'm going to hit the other herbs with my knife. Well, I can smell it. That is so wonderful. Nothing like freshly made dressing. Okay, have Look at that. Can you see that? Wow, that is a beautiful, beautiful dressing. I always like to keep tasting spoons with me, so I can taste as I go along. I want to make sure I have the right amount of salt. And your salt and pepper is to taste. A lot of people can't eat salt. But if you test different types of salt, like your sea salt, your kosher salts versus your table salts, you'll see the difference in the consistency and how it holds up and how it tastes and what it brings out in your food. And so I like to cook with kosher salt. Wow. Wow. That's delicious. So put everything in the sink. Clean up my space. Now I'm going to set that aside and just let it marinate and open up. Let the flavors just blossom. While I continue to clean up my area here. Just let that, I'm going to sit this out of the way. So next step to my salad is, now that the salad dressing is out of the way, I have water boiling. So on it, with this water, I'm going to do some green beans. So I'm just going to add some salt, because when you're blanching green beans, you always need to have some flavor, and it's good to add some salt. So I went to the market. Now I can take this glove off. Now, you know what? I'm going to have to take it off because I'm going to have to get my hands wet. And I have plenty of gloves, plastic gloves. Let's get this out of the way. The next thing I like to do is, I don't want to use that, is I went and got some green beans. And the quickest way to do green beans is with scissors. I've learned to incorporate my scissor action into my cooking because it makes it easy. Certain things has an application for your knives, and certain things you can use application with your scissors. Any bad parts of the green beans. So I can do just more than one. Just keep on snipping. And it doesn't take as much time. Or it might take about equal time, depending on how fast and quick you are with your scissors. And how you want to utilize them. So these kitchen shears are wonderful tools to have. Okay. You can also, if you wanted to utilize them when you cut up your fresh herbs, you can do that as well. I'm a knife person and quick with the scissors. So this recipe is real basic, simple. I like to utilize my product. I don't like to waste too much of the food. I like to know that I'm eating green beans. You want to have them nice uniform green beans. You can square them off.